Tour is a long or short journey, including visiting to a number of places in sequence, especially with an organized group led by a guide for the purpose of planning, skills acquisition, etc. While agricultural tour is a visit to different agricultural organizations or establishments to acquire practical knowledge on different agricultural practice. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. This is the second one. Just passing like this is the top. We just had a cross. Come boy. Bilmari Fish Farm Complex is a combined agro-pastoral complex established in 2016 and located at Kuki Ward, Bebeji Local Government, Kano State, Nigeria. It covers 670 hectares, while 600 hectares are used for agricultural production and the remaining 70 hectares are subjected to farm structures. 600 hectares are fenced and 70 hectares are not fenced. The name Bilmari comes from the name of its parent owners, Bella and Maria, which were abbreviated to form the word Bilmari. The farm consists of four sections which include fish farm section, livestock unit and agronomic unit. Livestock farming is simply the management and breeding of domestic livestock or farm animals for the purpose of obtaining their meat and product byproduct. A breed is a specific group of domestic animals having homogeneous appearance, phenotype, homogeneous behavior, and other exes that distinguish it from other organisms of the same species. They use Brahman breed for their fattening production, while Friesian and Jersey are used for dairy purpose. Kadawa Irrigation Research Station. The institute was established in the year 1922 as Ministry of Agriculture for genetic improvement, production of seed for rural farmers. In 1987, after reorganization of farming system, IIR was given mandate crops such as maize, soybean, coffee, etc. It covers 24 hectares of land, which is divided into four blocks of 6 hectares. The mandate of this institute is to ensure the production of good varieties of seed that are viable, highly resistant to disease and drought tolerant, and early maturity. The main source of water for irrigation is Tiga Dam, which is an artificial dam situated about 25 kilometers away. Water flows from Tiga Dam to a primary canal, then moves to the secondary canal, then to the tertiary canal, and finally to the distributor, which distributes water to the Northwest Industry is located at Dawakin Kudu, Kano. It was established in the year 2013. It is a six conglomerate company composed of bakery factory, bottled water factory, ice factory, plastic extraction factory, water factory, rice milling factory, noodles factory, maize flour factory, wheat flour, biscuit factory, and lollipop candy factory. In the course of our tour, we have visited the bakery, bottled water, and rice milling factories. Bottled water production is a chain step by step activity from treatment of water to the packaging of the 12 bottles. Raw water is transferred from the raw water tank to the sand filtration tank. Then it moves from the sand filtration tank to the activated carbon filter. This renders the water odorless and colorless. The odorless and colorless water moves from the resin tank where all the ions are removed from the water. The treated water moves to the filtered water tank. The empty water bottles are carried on an elevator to the scrambler where it is raised, filled and capped. The capped water bottles are raised and sealed. They are then conveyed to the packaging machine where they are packaged by 12 bottles and sealed.
What we do here is go back.
In the bakery factory, we have learned how nutrise bread are baked. Wheat flour is sweetened and placed in a dough mixing machine. Sugar, butter, powdered and liquid milk are added to the flour. Treated water is used to mix the dough. A two-batch mixer is used to mix the dough. The dough is then placed on the cutting table and cut into 250 gram, 450 gram, 500, 600, 700 gram, or even 850 gram. Each way dough is placed in a tube molder to mold into the desired shape. The molded dough is placed in a fan on a trolley and placed in a hot room. The raised dough is then placed in a rotary oven and allowed to bake for 30 minutes at 165 degrees Celsius. The baked bread are then removed from the oven and the fan. The bread are placed on a table for cooling before sliding them with a slicer. Milling is a crucial step in first production of rice. The basic objective of rice milling is to remove husks and the bread layers and produce an edible rice kernel that is free from impurities for consumption. The section deals with threshing, processing, and packaging into 50 kg bags. The section is divided into parboiling unit and milling unit. The process involved in rice milling includes pre-cleaning, dehusking, paddy removal, polishing or whitening, grading and separation of white rice, mixing, mix polishing, weighing of rice, packing or bagging of rice. Unit of parboiling started with Tiffin chamber, which soaked the faddy rice to elevator that convert it to silo storage tank, then to cleaner, which remove dogs and stone and passes via elevator to soaking tank containing water. Immature rice were removed after soaking for 8 to 12 hours, while boilers sent strain down and boil it to certain limit. The rice was released and recycled through 4 chambers for 4 hours, and then finally to drying chambers, which marked the end of parboiling. Silo is a storage tank that stores fiber rice ready for threshing and is connected to conveyor. Conveyor is a medium for transport of rice from silo to typing chamber. Typing chamber connected to elevator that facilitates rice elevation. Elevator 1 responsible for moving rice from typing chamber to the stoner. The stoner 1 is where first separation of stone from seed takes place and work under shaking principle. Elevator 2 move the rice to the stoner 2. The stoner 2, this is where final separation of rice from stone takes place. Elevator 3 lift the rice to the Husker chamber. The Husker crushing of hogs takes place in this chamber. Elevator 4 lift the rice directly to elevator 5. Elevator 5 air hogs and unhogs rice reverse the cycle, while the hogs rice move to elevator 6, which raises it to blower. Blower is where strong air blow away tiny hogs. Elevator 7 lift the rice from blower to grading chamber. Grading chamber is where separation of unbroken rice from broken one and coarse corn take place. Elevator 10 lift the rice to polish chamber. Polish chamber for polishing of rice grain. Elevator 11 lift the rice to sorting chamber. Sorting chamber for sorting activities, e.g. removal of colored rice. Elevator 12 lift the rice to drying chamber. Drying chamber for removal of moisture to meet storage requirement. Elevator 13 lift the dry rice to scale. Scale where the quantity 50 kg required for bag. Stitching after putting the required quantity 50 kg roller, carry the bag to stitching machine which sticks the bag. On the third day, the first place we visited was Casco. Casco was established and incorporated as limited liability company on 30th October 1981 under the Companies Act 1981. Now, Companies and Allied Matters Decree of 1990. It started operation in early 1982. The company is owned by Kano State Government. The company is involved in procuring and sales of agricultural input to the state. These include hardware such as irrigation pump, milling machine, sprayers, oxygen ranges etc., agrochemical, herbicide, insecticide, animal medication, benzol, vitamin etc., vegetable oil seeders, tomatoes, carrot, watermelon, hybrid maize, rice, sorghum. To increase revenue generation, Costco decided to diversify its activities by building into projects livestock feed production, poultry feed, fish feed, horse feed, and dairy shunting. The company also formulates and produces livestock feed, supplies certified seed, crop protection, chemical crop processing requirement, NPK. Common inorganic sources of NPK blend are urea, urea ammonium nitrate, and hydrous ammonia. Common inorganic sources of N in NPK blend are manure, compost, blood meal, feather meal. In fertilizer production, the first step is the reception place or insertion point. The chain conveyor brings the raw material from one stage to another. All the process is computerized in control room. When the production starts, the formulation point uses the scale to apply the exact ratio of raw materials. Electric motor help chain conveyor to move down the tank. The mixing tank makes the exact ratio. Then the mixer fertilizer is sent to the discharge tank where it is packaged. Livestock feed production unit: 2 tons of feed are produced per day, 100 bags of 20 kg. The ingredients are seed cake, rice brown remixed with a blend for the formulation. Poultry feed production: the ingredients are maize, wheat, round blood meal, bone meal, soybean cake, fish meal, methionine. The machine used in the poultry feed production are annual feed machine, fish feed machine, mixing and grinding machine, propeller and palleting machine. Technical components in fertilizer factory are chain conveyor, control room, silo, mixing tank, stitching machine, weighing balance. And for animal feed factory are mixer, propeller, palleting machine, and grinding machine.